By now, you've probably heard of Uncle Roger and his egg fried rice obsession. We decided to follow his recipe to create the perfect egg fried rice. Let us know how he did. First, we prepared our ingredients, starting with 5 cloves of garlic that we smashed with a large knife and then finely minced. One of the perks of using such a big knife for the prep is that it's the perfect tool to pick up all your chopped ingredients to transfer them to a bowl. Once the garlic was chopped, we moved on to a shallot, which are arguably better and more flavorful than onions. We finely diced the shallot by cutting it several times lengthwise, then very carefully slicing through the middle before chopping into small pieces and transferring to another bowl for later. Next, we grabbed a nice bunch of spring onions that had been trimmed at the ends. These just need a fine chop with a sharp knife. If your knife is dull, you'll end up squishing them before you finally cut through, which doesn't look quite as nice. To add a little kick, we finely sliced red chilies. Here we used 3, but our fried rice was on the spicy side, so if you don't like a lot of heat, maybe only add 1 or 2. The final ingredient to prepare is the egg. We followed Uncle Roger's recipe and used 1 whole egg plus 1 egg yolk, then mixed with chopsticks for ultimate authenticity. Now it's time to cook. We unfortunately only have an induction stove, but we do have a wok, so hopefully that makes up for it. We seasoned our wok with some peanut oil, then once it was smoking, we discarded it from the pan and added a little more oil for cooking, then spread it around with a wide ladle. Next, we fried the shallots and garlic in the oil, making sure to mix them around so they didn't burn. Once the shallots and garlic started smelling fragrant, it was time to add the eggs, and stir until the egg was almost completely cooked. We then added our leftover rice. You absolutely must use leftover rice and not fresh rice. Leftover rice is drier and the grains separate better, which is key to a good egg fried rice. Next, it was time to season the rice with soy sauce, which we measured in our ladle. No exact measurements here, just add what feels right to you. We then tried to get a little fancy flipping the rice and made a bit of a mess, but no worries, we cleaned it up. After the soy sauce was incorporated, we drizzled in sesame oil, which adds a wonderful nutty flavor to the rice. It's not an Uncle Roger fried rice video unless it involves MSG, so we gave the rice a healthy sprinkle of the stuff, but you don't need to add quite as much as we did. At this point, the rice was basically done, and we just needed to garnish in the wok with the spring onion and chilies. We gave that a little mix, then had a second and more successful attempt at flipping the rice, and it was ready to serve. Here's hoping this makes Uncle Roger proud. Subscribe to Dish for more daily cooking videos.